Happy Wednesday, guys. I had to leave early today, but we're just going to go on with business as usual. So, you guys should have your notes glued in on page 18. Update your table of contents. Remember, notebook check is tomorrow. So, if you guys are missing any notes, if you've been absent, or if your notebook is just a mess, come see me tomorrow morning so we can get that taken care of. Alright, also you should have last night's homework out, which was multiplying fractions and mixed numbers. So let me get my answer key up. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so I'll show you the first 6. You can check those. Number 1 is -5/12. Number 2 is 4/5. Number 3 is 7/9. Number 4 is -5/6. Number 5 is -6/7. Number 6 is -10 and 14/15. Notice how I cross-simplified on number 6. I divided 8 and 10 by 2. If you didn't do that, you would just have to simplify your answer by 2 at the end. So just make sure you got the same answers as me on those. And then here are the bottom 4. Number 7, I got 3 and 17/20. Number 8, I got -11 and 1/4. Number 9, I got 4 and 2/7. And number 10, I got -5 and 15/16. So again, number 9, I decided to cross-simplify. I divided both of those by 2. So 12 divided by 2 is 6. 2 divided by 2 is 1. If you didn't cross-simplify, you would just have to simplify at the end. Divide by 2. Alright, so fix your mistakes on those, and then you can put it back in your folder. We are going to move on to the warm-up. You can pause this video if you need time to get ready. Alright, today's warm-up. You need to find 1/4 of 12 bottles of water and 5/6 of 18 pencils. A good thing to remember is whenever you see the word of, like 1/4 of 12, that means you're multiplying. Whoops. So if it says find 1/4 of 12, you can multiply 1/4 times 12. If you need to find 5/6 of 18, you multiply 5/6 times 18. So pause this video while you guys try the problems in your notebook, and then I will go over the answers. Alright, so 1/4 times 12, I'm going to put a 1 under the 12. Multiply straight across, I get 12/4. 12 divided by 4 is just 3. So another way to do that problem would be just to do 12 divided by 4. That's basically what we did. Alright, next one, 5/6 times 18. I'm going to put a 1 under the 18. I'm going to try to cross-simplify on this one because I notice I have 18 and 6 diagonal from each other. So both of those are divisible by 6. So I'll go 6 divided by 6 is 1. 18 divided by 6 is 3. Oh, that makes it so easy. Then it's 5 times 3 is 15. 1 times 1 is 1. 15 over 1 is just 15. If you did it without cross-simplifying, let's see, I think you would get 90 over 6. So then you would just have to do 90 divided by 6, which is 15. Alright, go ahead and flip to today's notes, dividing fractions. This is the very last topic for this unit. So you guys have learned how to add, subtract, multiply, and now divide fractions. Alright, whenever you are ready, let's look at this new vocabulary word. So in order to divide fractions, you need to know about something called a reciprocal. Watch how I spell it. Reciprocal. Reciprocal. So it kind of sounds like a crazy word, but it's actually super easy. A reciprocal is just when the numerator and the denominator are switched. So you basically are flipping the fraction upside down. So for example, 5/8 and 8/5 are reciprocals. So over here it says find the reciprocal of each number. If you were to flip 13 sixths, that would be 6 13ths. If you were to flip 4 fifths, that would be 5 fourths. If you were to flip 1 fourth, you could say 4 over 1, but most people would just say 4. That would be the same thing. And then think about how you might flip the number 8. So what you would do for this one is you would put a 1 under it and then flip it. So the reciprocal of 8 is 1/8. So you guys are going to need to know about reciprocals in order to divide fractions. Because in order to divide fractions, all you have to do is multiply by the reciprocal. So let me show you what that means. So let's say you have 5/6 divided by 1/2. You're going to rewrite the problem as a multiplication problem. So you're going to put 5/6, that stays the same, but then instead of division, you're going to put times. And then what's the reciprocal of 1/2? If you flip it, it would be 2. Or in this case, I'm going to put 2 over 1 because we need the 1 down there. So what you're going to do is solve the problem 5/6 times 2 over 1. You guys know how to do that. Just go straight across. So 5 times 2 is 10. 6 times 1 is 6. If you wanted to cross simplify, you could divide both of those by 2. Or you'll just have to divide by 2 now. Or at the end. I'll just do it now. So cut them in half. That would be 5 thirds. Make it into a mixed number. 3 fits into 5 one time. And there are 2 thirds left over. 1 and 2 thirds. So there really isn't any division involved except for the simplifying part. So whenever you're dividing fractions, you're just going to turn it into a multiplication problem. All right, let's look at 6 divided by 4 fifths. So let's put a 1 under the 6 to start, and then we will rewrite the problem. So 6 over 1 comes first. Change the division to multiplication. And then the reciprocal of 4 fifths is 5 fourths. So we're taking 6 and we're multiplying it by the reciprocal. All right, so you can simplify this however you want. I'll try a cross simplifying on this one just so you can see. So I see 6 and 4 diagonal from each other. They're both divisible by 2. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So now I'll just use 3 times 5, that would be 15. 1 times 2 would be 2. And let's see, 2 fits into 15 7 times. That would be 14. And there's 1 left over, 1/2. I think if you didn't cross simplify, you would just have to divide by 2 at the end. All right, let's practice some with negatives. Remember, Dorito Man is going to help you with the negatives since this is dividing. All right, so copy down the first fraction, negative 2 thirds. Change the sign to multiply. The reciprocal of 1/2 is 2, or 2 over 1. And then I know a negative times a positive is negative. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 1 is 3. Then just convert it into a mixed number. So that would be negative 1 and 1/3. All right, next one. I know a negative times a negative is going to be positive, so I'm not even going to worry about the negatives. I'm just going to copy down 3 tenths, change it to a multiplication problem. Reciprocal of 4 fifths is 5 fourths. I might cross simplify on this one because I see a 10 and a 5 diagonal from each other. They're both divisible by 5. So 10 divided by 5 is 2. 5 divided by 5 is 1. That would be 3 times 1 is 3. 2 times 4 is 8. 3/8. If you didn't cross simplify, you would have got 15 40ths. You would have just had to divide those both by 5. All right, next one. Remember, when you're looking at a whole number, there is an invisible 1 underneath. So if I am going to multiply by the reciprocal, I would do 2 thirds times 1 fourth. straight across. That would be 2/12. You could have cross-simplified there and divided 2 and 4 by 2, or do it at the end. Either way, you got to divide by 2 at some point. So looks like my final answer is 1/6. All right, if you have a mixed number, it's going to be the same thing that you guys did yesterday with the multiplying. The first thing you have to do is turn the mixed number into an improper fraction. So here I would do 4 times 2 is 8, plus 3 is 11. Make it negative, so 11/4. You're going to keep that. You're going to change the sign to multiply. The reciprocal of 1/2 is 2 over 1. And then you are good to go. I'm going to cross simplify because 4 and 2 are both divisible by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Negative 11 times 1 is negative 11. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 fits into 11 5 times. So negative 5 and 1 is left over. Negative 5 and 1/2. Again, if you choose not to cross simplify, you just have to divide by 2 at the end. All right, last one. Let's take 10 1/2, make it an improper fraction. So 2 times 10 is 20, plus 1 is 21/2. Multiply by the reciprocal, so flip it. I think I can do a lot of cross simplifying here. Look at this one. So 4 and 2 are both divisible by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Then 21 and 3 are both divisible by 3. So 21 divided by 3 is 7. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So now I just do 7 times 2 is 14. 1 times 1 is 1. And if you get 14 over 1, that's just 14. So if you did not cross simplify on that one, it just would have taken you a little bit longer. You'd get 84 over 6. I think you would divide both of those by 6. So just remember, whenever you are dividing fractions, all you have to do is multiply by the reciprocal. All right, so here is the plan for you guys to practice dividing fractions. In a sec, you guys are going to log on to Schoology, click on Wednesday slides. I also posted the answer key underneath, so when you're finished, I want you to check the answer key to see how you did. This is just practice, so no pressure. You don't have to submit. I want you to do your best and then check it at the end. Once you're done checking your answers, you can come over to my desk and grab tonight's homework. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. If anybody needs help, you can come see me in the morning. Peace.